Hello, good morning and welcome to Also Driven. We have decided to do a little adventure today. It is a Friday, it is sunny, and we spent all day yesterday kind of mechanicking, so we thought we would treat ourselves by having a little Great British day out in our Great British Vauxhall.
Yes, although we did need to give it a bit of a weird twist, so we went on Atlas Obscura last night, and we found some interesting things between Cambridge and Great Yarmouth that we can go look at.
Yeah, so our first stop is in Newmarket, so we'll see you there.
Yes, it's a Witherspoons.
Our first stop on our weird Norfolk adventure isn't actually in Norfolk, it's in Suffolk, because we've stopped in Newmarket for some breakfast. And the reason we stopped here is that we are outside the horse racing museum, which we're not going into because it's £12 each and we can't bother to pay that much money. But the reason we're here is there is a very special, very weird horse in here that has a very strange name. It was, I think it was born in 1773, and when the horse was born, the owner wanted to call it Potatoes. So he said to his stable boy or whatever, please name this horse Potatoes. And so he did name him Pot, and then 8 O's after it. And that's what it was known as. So it was generally known as Pot 8 O's, which is very, very funny, I think. Potato!
How many O's are no? Phi Bridge. We're in Norwich.
We are.
Yes, not Phi Bridge in Norwich, which is one of the oldest sites of what?
A bridge over the River Wensum.
Bridge. That's what it was. The sites
Although
of the bridge.
this one was actually built in 1933.
Yes, but we have some information which I shall read to you now very briefly. It's the Phi Bridge. It holds a terrible and brutal history. In the 1600s, East Anglia has been in the throes of witch trials. But basically what it was is they chucked women into the water, and if they drowned, they were innocent, and if they floated, they were guilty, and they set them on fire.
Yeah, and then there's a ghost, isn't there?
There's a ghost, so there's a ghost of a witch.
She floated, she was set on fire, and she now comes to visit you as a ghost and asks for help. And if you help her, you will then die of fire within a year. So don't help her.
Yeah, be miserable.
If you're here. Yeah, so that's our top travel tip for Norwich.
So Norwich Cathedral is a cathedral, and we don't really know an awful lot about it because we're not terribly religious people, but apparently there is a matrix inside it of 7th century people bunking. That's really all we know. So in every 1980s car brochure, people always went antiquing in their sort of mid-range car.
Yeah, they absolutely did.
Probably not that Jag, and that's a very dilapidated.
It's very, very dilapidated. Poor Escort.
But we are in that sort of place. Is this the weirdest thing in Norfolk?
So we are at Tombland, and Tombland is not a place where there are tombs, but is in fact 2 Old English words meaning open space. So that's one fun fact. The other fun fact is,
in the 16th century, there was plague, and the inhabitants of the house contacted plague and were walled up. And now their little girl is a ghost. And
another ghost.
Another ghost, and she wanders the streets at night being ghosty.
Okay, many ghosts of Norwich. Didn't know this.
Would you like to be taken down the Plumber's Arm Alley? Well, here we are in Norwich, and there's a computer keyboard in the concrete. Why is it there? It's a 1990s art project. One of the local students used to make keyboards out of ceramics and then melt them and make them look like they were hanging off washing lines and things. And she was coming along one day and she's seen this and she printed it in, and has now started this major myth about where it came from. It's a 18th century printer's plate. It's a keyboard that fell off the back of a lorry. No, it's just an art student's project.
Jim is currently enjoying a cannoli from the fabulous Amaretto Delicatessen. I which I thoroughly recommend if you come to Norwich. They do amazing pizza slices, and sausage rolls are to die for.
It's the staple of every hairdresser and would-be homosexualist, the pink Figaro. Well, did you get some old hag?
No, I got some Cornish yark.
See anything you like?
I quite like this Mario Luigi branded shirt.
What, you don't want the Jesus jacket?
Oh, the Jesus jacket. Show me the Jesus jacket.
We're all very subdued now.
I know. We're both very tired after a long day.
Yeah.
We're driving back from Norwich back to Cambridge. Norwich was absolutely lovely. I used to work there, and it's changed a lot since I used to work there. It's kept its charm, but it's also got a lot of new charm as well. So the little streets were just lovely. The cobbled streets, lovely shops. Jim had a massage for 10 minutes.
Hence why I'm so relaxed and sort of like about to fall asleep here.
Yeah, there was kind of a walk-in massage centre where you could get a 10-minute massage for £10, which is just fantastic. What a brilliant idea.
The natural place to end this would probably be a Little Chef, because in the 1980s when this was new, it would have been the place where these things would have hung out up and down the country.
Absolutely, and I used to go as well. But sadly, all Little Chefs nowadays are either Starbucks, which is skanky, or sex shops, which isn't necessarily appropriate for a coffee on the way home from Norwich. So I think McDonald's is probably the closest modern equivalent, isn't it? Place for the people.
Okay, McDonald's it is.
Okay, let's go.
Well, the day has come to an end and we are now with our people. Well, that's me sorted. Let's go see Siôn, see how he's getting on. Yes, a McDonald's car park, which is the closest that we can get to a Little Chef, which is where this thing would have ended up.
Absolutely, I love a Little Chef. I used to have birthday parties in Little Chef. It's really sad that they've gone.
No,
Olympic breakfast. Bring them back. Anyway, thank you very much indeed for joining us on this little adventure in our Retmobile to weird and wacky Norfolk.
Catch us in the next one, wherever it may be, whatever it may be doing. We haven't even decided yet. So any ideas, give us suggestions. Comments.
Bye.
Bye.